should be fun. Oh man, this is the bike. This is fun. Forward controls are actually comfortable. Once I found them with my feet for the first time, it wasn't bad. But I'm over here kicking around trying to find it. But once I did, oh, I just did it again. Oh, this is too much fun. Oh, I love that engine. And then, I'm just gonna be doing that this whole time. But that whine will be overpowered by some new exhaust after the fact. I have to look down at my pegs. Woo! Now that is... I can't really hear the engine, that's the shitty part, but this is really comfortable. No tachometer. Don't really need it in a bike like this. Although I am kind of curious what the engine's running at right now because I can't hear it. I can feel it fine though. This is a real smooth bike. Throttle is nice and smooth. It's really springy though. I feel like I actually have to try to keep the throttle rolled on, otherwise it really wants to pull my hand back. But that's also probably just my inexperience with bikes. I've only ridden like 4 or 5 different motorcycles. But yeah, it's not overly torquey, which of course you would never expect it to be with or on a cruiser like this. And the seat's really comfortable. It really holds you in place. Suspension's not too soft, not too hard. Then again, I'm riding on, I guess, decent conditions. Alright, I can hear the engine a little bit. It's got the get up where it needs it. Again, though, I think I'm more interested in the 60, but I don't know. It's only what, $2 or $3 grand more for the regular Scout. It may not be that big of a deal. I might go for the bigger one. I mean, they're aesthetically exactly the same. Only difference is the engine, the bore size is a little bit smaller in the 60. Which is funny because it makes the bike heavier because it has just a little bit more metal in there. But from what I've researched, the exhaust alone is like 23 pounds or 20 something. Just a real heavy exhaust. So, and that would honestly be the first thing I would swap out. I need to be able to hear my engine. Kind of hear the hum. Oh, ooh. I was talking about how smooth it was. That I felt that right in my ass. This is nice. I mean, you can really just kind of lean back and relax. This is the first cruiser I've ever ridden, so I'm overly impressed by probably some of the most basic things, but that's okay. New rider perspective. I'm barely speeding. Look at me. Upstanding citizen. I can really scoot. No problems in any gear. It's light. It's lighter than I was expecting. Or it feels lighter, I should say. It's really easy to kind of flick it back and forth. I don't think I'd have any issues. It actually feels really similar to the Thruxton in terms of how easy it is to kind of counter steer and flick it around. But yeah, the real main negative thing I have is the fact that I can't hear the exhaust. Bumpy. I don't know if you can tell by the way I'm talking. Just a bit. Close that back up, that's not helping. Wow, this has 500 miles on it. There's a lot of people test riding this thing. Ooh, it has a gear indicator. That's nice. I didn't notice that before. It's not overly bright out today, so I can't tell if like that shiny chrome around the speedometer is going to reflect much, but let's just get picky at that point. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Another reason you don't really need a tacho is because you've got the gear indicator. I've never ridden on a bike with that before. I could really get used to riding this. The handlebars are really comfortable. I do feel like they're kind of goofy looking with the swept back look, but they're easy to reach. I'm not bent over, leaning forward, anything. The foot pegs are in a good position too. They're not crazy stretched out. My legs are kind of bent. I think you can see that. Hand controls, they're all normal. There's nothing crazy going on there. Not a crazy amount of engine braking. Again, probably something I should expect from a cruiser. Oh, now that I can hear it, I love that sound. Yeah. I love the sound of that engine. I'm just glad I can hear it. Alright. It is hot in this helmet. Woo! Another reason why I would really enjoy it if it was like 75. But this is fine. Real smooth shifting. I like that. Oh, and what he had said to me just before I hopped on the bike was that they just came out with some foot paddles or floor paddles, whatever they're called. I kind of like that idea, although there's nothing really wrong with the way this is, to be honest. But I know there's little, I guess adapter may not be the best word for it, but like little doohickey that will adjust where your pegs are. You can actually increase the reach or reduce it a little bit. I think it's just by an inch or two, but still, that'll be nice for the overly tall or the overly short. I'm perfectly comfortable where it's at, and I'm 5'10" on a good day. 5'9.5" if we'll say 5'9". Goodness. No problems getting up to speed. I like that. Is this our exit? Yeah, I think this is. We're gonna find out. Even in fourth gear, I can roll on the throttle, and I mean, it pushes me back in my seat. Look, I'm still leaning forward because I'm so used to leaning forward on the Thruxton, the old Thrusty. Yeah, no, I rode the 2016 Thruxton R. Beautiful bike. Just something about it I just didn't really enjoy, and here I am riding this. This is a completely different setup for me. I'm not used to this at all. I'm loving it. If I had the, 12 grand, I'd buy the bike today, but it's not the case. But yeah, that's so strange. I always assumed this is a bumpy road. I always assumed that if I rode the Thruxton R, that I'd not want to ride my 865 Thrusty, and that didn't change my mind whatsoever. I was actually relieved to get back on my bike. I'd say it's a shame they don't make that bike anymore, but it doesn't really bother me. I've already got one. And I like being unique on the road. Riding a Triumph is already unique enough. This is fun. I'm having fun. Woo! Just jumping up 20 miles an hour and really pushing you back in that seat. I love it. I've been so timid though, coming from a stop. I really don't know what it's like to really give it some gas off from stop. But then again, that's not really why I would be riding this bike. I can only imagine how good this bike will sound in person with a new exhaust. I've done plenty of research, watched lots of videos. I just don't think that audio ever does it justice. Oh man, this is really enjoyable. It's 45 through here. Let's slow it down a little bit. But yeah, I'm really curious though about how much of a difference the Scout 60 is going to be. He keeps saying it's barely noticeable, but I was hoping to test ride that one instead, and they just don't have one ready to be ridden. I don't know if they will either. I know he said he's got one in the back that needs to be kind of put together. Well, not put together, but do the electronics and all that jazz. So. My butt is actually, it's probably because I'm actually putting all my weight actually on my ass that I'm noticing like the back side of my ass is going a little bit numb. First time I've had to stop kind of quickly, and that wasn't bad at all. Not a whole lot of pull on the brake lever, it's nice. Oh, just listen to that. And this is stock exhaust. I mean, I would replace that exhaust because I can't hear it while I ride, but... Oh, no. Oh, I didn't lose my phone. It scared me for a second. Well, here's that stoplight I was wanting. No? See if I can find the pegs without looking this time. Maybe now that I'm consciously... There we go. That's got more than enough get up that I'll ever need. I'm an old man. I mean, even riding an Indian like this, I can't even get Harley riders to give it the old wave. Most of the time, I'm not really interested in doing the wave because I'm paying attention to what I'm doing with that hand, but even when you do, you still can't get them to do it. You can see all the indicators and everything on here on the gauge really easily. That was unnecessary but fun. The mirrors are okay. Half the mirror is taken up by my elbow. Even if I lock my arms, which is uncomfortable. But they're alright. Yeah, I hear a lot of about the complaints about the turn signals and how they move, and I thought those people just kind of being picky about things, but no, I was surprised how easily I was able to just move them right now. I think the one on the left was back a little bit. I wonder if the wind really does push them. They're plastic and cheap, so I don't know why you'd care that much if you'd ever drop this bike and they broke. So then why are they so loose? Yeah, I'm over the whole waving thing. Unless someone's blatantly like way out in front waving at me, I'll probably just give them a head nod if they do. I'll extend this ride just a little bit longer and go through the parking lot. Showy helmet is so difficult to open the visor. Yeah, this bike it's funny, it feels so light, but you realize how heavy it is when you try to stop it when it's rolling forward. To actually put some muscle into that. You don't get the wave if you're not riding a Harley, and even then you still won't. Must be that badass loner thing. Well, that's cool. Even when you pull on the clutch, the gear indicator drops to like a dash. That's cool. It's like this. That's cool. This is... Look at that old Indian. That is too cool. That is insanely cool. That is so cool. Well, that was fun. That was very fun. I like where the key is. That's cool. It's kind of weird that you twist it back towards you, but no, that was really fun. New exhaust will look great. Wrap those headers in black, maybe. That's a mean look. I love the big tires. Anyway, that's my first experience. See ya.